Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Moletrap here, bringing you the first game of the grand, well, sort of grand finals of round one of the Sky Pro League from 2006, and you just saw a huge crowd there. I took back the grand because, you know, if you're not familiar with the format, somehow, even though I've described it a few times during this series, this is only the finals for the first round. Then there's going to be another finals after the second round of team play. And then the finals, the winner of that this first finals and the winner of the second finals will be going up against each other in the eventual finals, just like that. And here we are in the, I should have just put this up earlier, but here we are in the, but let's take this away, because look at this crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this crowd! This is amazing. This is the, I mean, like I said, it's still a finals, but wow. Look at the amount of people here. This was, I looked it up before and now I've forgotten since I looked it up, but I believe this was held on a beach in Busan. Unclear if it's the same beach that Fire My Hero jumped into a few years later, into the ocean at least. But supposedly there were thousands of people here, and I was like, that can't be right. But now that they're panning farther and farther back and the people are not ending, this is an insane amount of people that were here to watch some legends duke it out, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's at least one legend on your screen. That was BoxeR, and he's going up against Sea Shield. BBC Shield. And this is going to be an amazing match. It's going to be a best of 7, so this is just game number 1, but we got some exciting StarCraft up ahead here, ladies and gentlemen. This is again from 2006. This is played July 29th of 2006, to be specific. And yeah, SKT Telecom versus MBC game. MBC game placing 4th place in the overall results for the league. You know, based on team play, every team goes through and plays all the other teams, and then it's they're ranked based on the record, basically, obviously. And is it raining? Oh my gosh, it's raining on his battle booth. Wow, there's like water streaking down the side dramatically. Anyway, so C is going to be white in the bottom right. It looks like BoxeR is going to be the yellow Terran in the top right hand corner. Yellow versus white TVT is gotta be one of the hardest matchups to call, to keep straight who is whom. So I'm going to do my best, ladies and gentlemen, but apologies if I do screw up the colors and trying to figure out who is whom during the game. But yeah, MBC game placing 4th in the standings, and it was very, very close. It was very, very close in the standings. As you can see here, it was 7-3. 4 teams had a 7-3 record, so it was like not like MBC game was just barely scraping in. They were tied with the other teams, but just having the overall lesser points record, which is just, you know, the amount of games more that they won during that. They came in 4th, but they've scrapped their way through, ladies and gentlemen. They beat KT Ralster in the first round, 4-0. They beat CJ Entis in the second round, 4-2. If this continues, they're going to beat SK Telecom 4-4. Wait, no, that's not possible. But here we are in the finals. They're now up against their final competitor in SK Telecom T1, and it's going to be cool stuff. We got the matchup is already determined. You know, might not get through all the games, but the matches are already determined. So we got C versus BoxeR. We're gonna have another TVT after that. Uv is actually gonna be part of the 2v2 team. Uv and Mumyoung. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let's get back into this matchup because we got a very fast command center. Both players going for fast command centers, ladies and gentlemen. Very quickly off the bat here, and not super surprising to see in this situation. Now, this is the map 815, which is not an island map. It's not an island map, actually. So you might be thinking like, oh, of course they're going fast command center, right? It's an island map because this is back in the old days when they had island maps. No, this is not an island map. They have a direct route to each other's base, but they're still going both for fast command centers before barracks. Very, very interesting. You know, this is, of course, a play where if they had made a miscalculation and they had scouted and they hadn't scouted and I don't know, basically, obviously, if they got rushed, they would die. So it's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a gamble to go for this kind of a build. And we can see that they're just now starting to scout each other a little bit. So it's not like they did it, you know, in an informed way. So anyway, BoxeR is going to go ahead and come on down here and scout. And okay, just to make matters worse, the overlay has listed C. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right. Oh, wait, hold on. He's trying to kill the SCV that's building the command center. Oh, it looks like he got it. Nice. Do I have the names wrong? Let me just double check. No, the names are right. BoxeR is the one that's SK Telecom, right? So his name is, so that the MBC game. Wait, who is this? Is this an NBC game video? I'm not sure. The network show has C listed as the Terran at 5 o'clock with yellow as the bar. They used a yellow bar for his thing, even though he's the white Terran. And BoxeR is listed with an orange bar to show his position, even though he's the yellow Terran. I'm gonna lose my mind. Maybe I've already lost my mind. Maybe that's why the colors are going. Maybe it's actually the colors are correct, and I've just lost my mind here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe it's just that it looks that way because of the old pixels and stuff. Anyway, either way, you can go with whatever colors you want. I'm just gonna try and translate in my head with the directions and everything. So we got a fast starport here for BoxeR. And machine shop going down in the front door, in the front of C's base. So he's not trying to hide his tech, although he could be hiding a second factory, I guess, theoretically. But yeah, BoxeR going straight for that machine shop, going straight for the starport. Does C actually have another starport also? Because we haven't seen him built, we haven't seen his base that much, as much rather. BoxeR coming here with Vulture to try and do some harassment. Just gonna pick off one Marine or so and then get on out. Nice little kill. Kill secured, and then escape with his life. Both players massing up some Marines here as well. It looks like BoxeR might have stopped his Marine production. C has continued to produce. He produced a couple extra Marines, so instead of getting the starport, basically. So, and that's going to be useful because Marines can shoot up at the air. And so, if there's just a simple Wraith, he doesn't get cloak or anything. Like, ooh, a second barracks for C shield. Interesting. An academy. Oh my goodness, he's going 2 base into bio rather. He's coming out with a lot of Marines here, pushing in here pretty quickly. He looks like he's killed off BoxeR's Marines already. He's now just got Marines versus this tank. This tank obviously can outrange and outdamage these Marines, but he's got to be a little bit careful as he does so. This is a bold attack. BoxeR really needs to repair that. Well, I guess maybe he doesn't need to repair it. Maybe he just needs to body block the tank with his own SCVs. It looks like he's pushing out now. His own Marine popping out to finish off C's Marine. And C is researching Stim, guys. And he's getting a third barracks. Oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting. Now, BoxeR has built a control tower there. Is he going to go for a drop or is he going to go for the Wraith? It could have just built it for a dropship, theoretically. But C is now, he's got a medic healing his SCVs that were injured in that SCV fight earlier. BoxeR has a couple tanks out on the map for defense. And guess what's really, really good against mass bio? Siege tanks! Yes, very correct. Good job, guys. And so if these bio, like, walk across the map into siege tank fire, they're just gonna get creamed. They're just gonna get annihilated. And it's actually a dropship. Ooh, dropship coming out here. So BoxeR getting that dropship out. What is he gonna drop? Vultures, I suppose? He could drop tanks, I guess. He's even got a bunker at the front there to make sure that his Marines are gonna trade with those 400 extra hit points much better against enemy bio as well. I don't think Stim is gonna be enough to have this be successful. Now, we do see CSEA researching something at his machine shop there. He could be getting siege tech of his own. He could be getting mines in an attempt of just making this some sort of crazy mass push with mines, with vultures, with Marines and Stim and some medics as well. And he's actually, oh, this is why he's gotten the dropship. He's not going for a cheeky drop into C's main. He is taking one of the island expansions. So I said this is not an island map, but there are island expansions on this map. So you're just kind of hiding in the corners. I'm going to pop it up on screen real quick here for a second here. So you can see like the 12, the 6, the middle, the left, the right. There's several island expansions on this map. And BoxeR has dropped an SCV on kind of a weird one. So it's one that C probably won't find. It's nowhere near either of their bases. So it's kind of a sneaky little move there with that dropship. So interesting play here. BoxeR just going for the siege tech to be defensive and then getting that dropship out very quickly. I mean, he went for the starport right after his factory, which was maybe even too quick because it wasn't able to really even get that dropship out quite as quick as it could be. Anyway, now BoxeR is coming in with that same dropship into, oh, C has turrets up just in time. Oh, look at that face of the MBC coach. He's intent with a little bit of a funny face going on there. Sorry, MBC coach, no offense. But there's like 6 siege tanks over here. How's he gonna stop? How's he gonna? He's pulling SCVs. That's how. He's pulling SCVs. There's so much bio. Now C is bringing tanks of his own, so he actually might have siege tech of his own. BoxeR has that barracks out floating to spot. Here comes the SCVs coming in to soak up the tank fire while he gets his own tanks within range. He's gonna try and stem him and kill the tanks off quick enough. BoxeR's pulling his own SCVs to try and repair and try and buffer. Oh no, the bunker goes down to concentrated fire. The Marines are doing so much damage, but are they gonna be able to be enough? So 2 more tanks sieging in the back there for BoxeR with that last one left, and it's gonna be too much DPS, too quick, too fast, and too strong, and C Shield has broken the defenses of BoxeR, and this might just be a quick, easy GG, not easy, but a quick GG, and a quick game 1 for MBC Game, who have stomped on both of their competitors in the previous 2 matchups. The previous 2 best of 7s, they might get out to an early lead here in this best of 7, and it looks like they're going to. People waving the MBC Game Hero flags in the air because they know that C Shield has done it with an amazing command center first into mass bio with siege tanks push. And, you know, I mean, BoxeR went for a dropship. He went for the starport and a dropship. He planted an SCV at another base. And there was oh my god, an SK Telecom fan in the audience with her SKT like banner crying in the rain. How dramatic can you get? That was amazing. But BoxeR's gonna lose this now. You know, he's got an extra actually did he even build a command center in? It looks like he might have a base in the top left. He's trying to hold off a little bit because I think he knows if I can hold the top of my ramp or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, this is just over though. C has his own dropship out now as well. But yeah, BoxeR just kind of getting some stuff. Okay, there's the hidden bases in the top middle. Who has top left? Does someone have something in the top left? It's hard to tell. Anyway, so yeah, BoxeR went for this fast dropship and it didn't really pan out at all. C Shield did have to get engineering bay. He had to get turrets in order to block, but not a huge deal because that would have blocked against wraiths as well. And so in the end, BoxeR just doesn't have anything left. And I mean, it looks like he's trying to rebuild in the top left. He's just going to try and depend on his island expansion, but C already has this dropship, and so he's going to go ahead and drop just a couple Marines there. Okay, there's the rest of them. And they're going to polish off that island expansion, so BoxeR needs to go ahead and get out the game, I guess. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. BoxeR had a really cool strat. It just did not work. C Shield had a cooler strat and pulled it off very, very successfully. What a cool play. Going for this mass bio. You know, siege tanks are able to absolutely plaster bio very effectively. They're very, very cost effective, but when there's so many of them, so many bios, so many Marines, like you just can't kill them fast enough. The rate of fire isn't strong enough for the tanks. And also, crucially, he had all of his tanks kind of out in the open as if he was going to be playing mech versus mech TVT. And you know, it's good to kind of hold that outer territory. You don't want to be too defensive. If BoxeR just had half of his siege tanks in his main on top of that ramp or something like that, then you know, he probably could have held, but he was not expecting this at all. And you know, there was no way for him to expect it because he didn't really scout. He couldn't scout what was going on. So anyway, it looks like BoxeR's gonna hang on here for a minute or 2 more. I'm not sure what his plan is here with 1 base versus 2. soon to be, oh, actually, looks like C has a 3rd base, getting a 4th is what it looks like. And that's white, right? Is that white? I can't tell anymore. I'm so confused. Maybe it is yellow and orange. Anyway, there's not enough pixels in these old games. I believe these old VODs that I have are something like 240p. 240p resolution. They're that old, but it was the only ones that I could find. If only someday, some way, we could find the old games or something. I don't know. Anyway, so BoxeR, he is gonna try and hold this base, I guess, in the top left. But I just, it's only a matter of time. Look at this. C even has him kind of contained. He's building turrets and he's got tanks and stuff just below that base. The island base is gone. Is C taking BoxeR's old main, or is BoxeR retaking his old main? It's hard. I can't tell. I mean, luckily the game is over because I now can't tell at all what any units on the map are. They should have played only non-mirror matchups in anticipation of the VODs being so terrible in 15 years that it would be impossible to tell what's going on. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna wait this out a little bit here. I don't like to stop videos before the official GG has been called. But BoxeR just doesn't stand a chance here. C is like he's just boxing him in, no pun intended. Turrets and tanks have surrounded him. There's no way for BoxeR to break out, even if he does want to try and move it out one base. In the meantime, C has taken like 3 other bases or something like that as well. So it's 1 base versus infinity. And I mean, they keep zooming on the coaches. That's funny. The coaches are like out in the rain as well. Why don't they have some sort of a covering for the people in the rain? It's kind of like, it's kind of crazy. I guess this was played in July, so it was pretty warm. It was probably decently warm in Busan, even in the rain. So even in the evening. Okay, some of the players have raincoats on. It's just not all of them. Anyway, what is this? Is that BoxeR's dropship? I can't tell. I can't tell. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't tell. Either way, this is either BoxeR attempting to get a cheeky middle base and it being denied, or C getting a cheeky middle base and BoxeR desperately trying to deny it with some dropship play here. I literally cannot tell. And another cheeky command center in the middle. It's gonna go down. So the cheekiness is being shut down, but I mean, like, let's see. Can I show you guys? I think I can show you guys with my mouse here. Oh, my mouse will work. There we go. So you can see this ring right here, right? This ring of stuff just surrounding BoxeR's base in the top left. And like, there's no way he's gonna get out of that. He kind of tried a little bit earlier and we saw it get shut down. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard for C to break into BoxeR's base. Maybe that's his plan. Okay, maybe that's his plan. Sometimes, you know, if it doesn't matter how much of a better economy your opponent has, if you got a max of 200 supply, right? So if BoxeR's able to turtle long enough, and you know, this is a finals. I can't blame him for trying to do something like this. But if BoxeR's able to turtle, he is trying to sneak out some tanks. He's found a gap in the defenses where he's going to be able to sneak out some stuff, and he might be able to push out here and do some damage to the defensive ring around him. And boom, there we go. 1 tank goes down. 1 or 2 tanks go down. Nicely done. Nicely done. They're going to trade some blows here, but you know, it's possible C could also have. Oh, here comes those Marines coming in. And again, you know, when there's not a defensive position, the Marines can actually get there fast enough, and it looks like he doesn't bring in a lot of Marines though, but it's enough that he's able to like stall out those tanks while some of his tanks do more damage. And yeah, so now C is bringing in the rest of his military, and that's what's gonna say, like, if you just focus on building a ton of bases and you don't actually build any military, then you can get busted, I guess. But anyway, what I was gonna say is BoxeR, you know, if he just bunkers off 1 base and maxes out somehow eventually, I don't know, before C breaks him, then BoxeR would have like 160 supply worth of army, and C would probably have like 120 120 or 130 because you have more SCVs at all these bases. And if you win one decisive battle, you can theoretically kill all those bases or something like that. I don't know, but it might be what he was thinking. But yeah, again, you can't blame him for not tapping out when there's a remote chance, because this is a Pro League finals, and so he wants to put in as much effort as he possibly can. So, but he's continued to be boxed in. He's building more command centers in his base. They're going to be able to float out and get killed by turrets and Goliaths. So that's a strategy that he can go for, I suppose. Science facility going down for C. Would love to see some battle cruisers become operational at some point pretty soon, because that's kind of a way you can. Battle cruisers are good for this situation, right? Just go in, Yamato some tanks, Yamato some turrets, back off. There's nothing BoxeR can do about it, especially if you have your own Goliaths nearby. Or you can just drop the crap out of him. That works too. That might be what his plan is here. C has now taken almost every base on the map. And no consternation on the MBC coach's face there. Only some guarded glee as he knows that his team is going to take the first game here. So we're going to have another mirror matchup next, as I mentioned. It's going to be Midas versus Light. Should be interesting to see how that goes. Hopefully the colors are a little bit more favorable for telling them apart. Wow, BoxeR's still trying to stay in this game. Okay, science facility, go for the physics lab. Go, physics lab. Instead, he's just gonna build a million command. Oh, you know what? Screw it. Build a covert ops. Actually, that wouldn't work, but anyway, how you guys doing? This is the point where it's like, well, not sure what to say at this point. He runs in buildings to circle up turret fire so he can run in some dropships, try and get a little incursion on the side base. His buildings are gonna die, and he's gonna lose all his units. And we're gonna see GG now. Please. He's like, screw that one tank. I'm going for your main, buddy. He's dropping a bunch of stuff here. He's forcing BoxeR's hand. And it's gonna be the end pretty soon here. BoxeR even pulling out his SCVs. Is only one base. Pulling his SCVs at his only base. So he's now gonna be basically, well, look, I guess he had some SCVs to spare. Now he's pulling another round of SCVs. They're gonna die too. He's just racking up C's kill count right now, just making sure his stats are nice and padded for the ending screen that they never show. And anyway, yeah. So Midas versus Light is gonna be the next matchup. Midas, very strong player back in the day, and then like I said, it's very interesting to see Uv is actually gonna be part of the 2v2 team for SK Telecom. So Uv and Mumyong are gonna be playing against Busan and the Zerg. For MBC games, so that'll be interesting to see. Uv, you know, in 2006, I guess, I don't know, like, is he, maybe he wasn't the strongest 1v1 player. He might have already fallen off already in 2006. I don't remember exactly if he was still kind of winning stuff in 2006, but he was kind of on the end of his time, and before too long he would be a coach in 2007 or 8. Busan and the Zerg is a strong combo as well. Then we got Go Rush versus Shark is going to be the fourth game. I was going to say if it happens, but this is best of 7, so fourth game has to happen. And that's going to be a really fun matchup, actually. Wait, this says Shark's playing Protoss. Was he a race picker? Oh, maybe Shark was a race picker. It's interesting. Shark is usually a Zerg player, but he's playing Protoss versus Go Rush. There was very few players back in the day, more so in the foreign scene, but if he's a race picker, it's the first time I remember it being I guess there was a little more craziness back then in 2006. You had a couple random players. Apparently you had some race pickers. There's the GG, finally! Oh my goodness gracious, BoxeR. Well played. Well played. I mean, that game was done like 10 minutes ago, but that's okay. Anyway, I want to go back and try and find that lady in the rain. I think it was around here, right? Let's see. I checked this timestamp because this is just an amazing shot. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, she's like, maybe she's not crying actually. Maybe she's just soaked with rain and she's like squinting because the water's in her eyes or something like that. But it just looks so epic, like she's like crying at the death of BoxeR. Looks so dramatic. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna do it for the first game. That's gonna do it for the first game of this series. But it is a best of 7. We could have 6 more games in the set. We could have only 3 more if MBC game continues their domination of the playoffs here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna find out in game number 2 of which is gonna be Midas versus Light, coming up very soon. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. GG. Take care.